everyone! It's Maki here! The protagonist Gundam in the movie Gundam Seed Freedom, the Rising Freedom Gundam, has been stirring up various topics of conversation. There's talk about Kira Yamato switching to an even more enhanced Gundam in the second half of the story, and opinions that it gets upgraded in the latter part of the story since it isn't equipped with a nuclear engine. The director, Mitsuo Fukuda, sparked much debate among fans when he commented that the mobile suits revealed in the third promotional video were officially adopted units. I, too, have been searching for any interesting information. Amidst that, I stumbled upon a fascinating video topic concerning the engine of the Rising Freedom Gundam. It's information from the Gundam Meadows. Within the Gundam Meadows, there's a place where the Rising Freedom Gundam can be appreciated as a computer graphics model. Observing the displayed Rising Freedom there can enable further discussions. Wet particles are emanating from the Rising Freedom, aren't they? In the world of Gundam Seed, these wet particles are often depicted when the Freedom Gundam and Strike Freedom Gundam are in action. In the model kit, known as Perfect Grade, of the Strike Freedom Gundam, there is a description about these wet particles. It has a function to discharge excess energy generated by the nuclear engine as a light-emitting phenomenon. This is the true nature of the wet particles, however. The Rising Freedom Gundam in the third promotional video did not emit these wet particles. This element was also a compelling piece of information among fans as a reason why the Rising Freedom Gundam does not equip a nuclear engine. What do you think? Do you believe that this footage implies that the Rising Freedom Gundam is equipped with a nuclear engine, has the capability to switch engine modes, or is enhanced midway through the story? Or do you think that the wet particles were added merely as a visual effect for displaying in the metal space and are irrelevant to the actual settings? Both seem like plausible possibilities. However, it's a fact that cannot be ignored that the Gundam series is under companies like Sunrise and Bandai, which rigorously uphold the settings due to their ownership rights. Let me introduce a real-life example from the Seed series. This is an experience of Mitsuo Takayama, who was in charge of the comics of the Gundam Seed series. In the Seed series, numbers are depicted on the heads of the Gundams. The Zaft Army's Gundams have Italian numbers drawn on them, which is officially said as something drawn by a coordinator with Italian lineage, Giancarlo Manoi. However, this setting did not exist when the TV anime was initially broadcasted. It was information added due to the playful spirit of the animators, the staff who draw the pictures. Mr. Takayama checked the footage of the TV anime and reflected the numbers on the forehead in his own comics. However, these numbers had to be deleted for publication. Let's check Mr. Takayama's comments. This is a story from when I was drawing the Gundam Seed comics. I felt that the engraving written on the forehead of the Freedom Gundam, which I saw in the TV anime, was cool. So, I reflected it in my own comics. However, it was rejected by Sunrise, and I had to erase all of it. This incident occurred because there was no official setting at the time of the TV anime broadcast. Thus, Sunrise has a nature of managing even the fine details within the settings of the Gundam series strictly. The Gundam Meadows is a very large project, and the Rising Freedom Gundam is the protagonist Gundam of the new movie. It's highly possible that even the minor directorial points are being tightly controlled. Certainly, there are also examples where the management of settings has faltered. The Zaruto, which appears in Gundam Seed, is an outdated mobile suit in the timeline of the story. It is not equipped with beam weapons, as it is a model before the full-scale introduction of beam weapons. However, there were scenes in the TV anime where it fired a beam cannon. This footage was corrected with the release of the HD remastered version. This incident occurred due to the stock being in an extremely busy state. Does the Rising Freedom Gundam's red particles imply that it is equipped with a nuclear engine? Is it a result of faithfully reflecting the settings, or was it produced without such intentions? Both possibilities have emerged, haven't they? By the way, concerning the red particles, it seems that the likely antagonists, the Black Knight's Count, are also generating them, right? Since they are emitted in a significantly different manner compared to the particles discharged by Freedom, it may not be a nuclear engine. However, if the Black Knight's Count does have a nuclear engine, it's conceivable that they can significantly perform as rivals against Hiro Yamamoto and others. Here are Afranshin and others are pilots who can easily be called the strongest in the world of Gundam Seed. A quite potent combination of mechs and pilots is indispensable to be considered adversaries. In the world of Gundam Seed, there exists an international treaty called the Junius Treaty, which prohibits the use of nuclear engines. However, this treaty was established between the Earth Alliance and Zacht and may not apply to other nations or organizations. For example, in Gundam 0083, there is a scene where the remnants of the Zeon Army, the Dia's fleet, condemned the existence of the Gundam Prototype 2, equipped with nuclear weapons as a treaty violation. In the novel version, this point is captured, and it is expressed that the Antarctic Treaty, which prohibits the use of nuclear weapons, is a treaty under wartime and is not applicable in the post-war era. Therefore, the logic of the Dia's fleet's claim is flawed. There might be a possibility that the Black Knights counter enemies equipped with nuclear engines. Expanding one's imagination from a bit of information is quite an exciting experience, isn't it? If you don't mind, please share your thoughts as well. See you again in the next episode of the show.